Huh. Looks like we're the ones tasked with this special op. Captain Lin, what dangerous mission will we be going on this time?
Why so serious? We're just investigating an abandoned lab, aren't we?
Huh? Archon Larson recalled me for an emergency situation, and it turned out to be such a simple mission?
Your mission is not just to assist with the investigation, but to keep an eye on me. I am now in your charge.
Ms. Lin, that's not a nice thing to say. I'm only here to help you complete the mission, and that's all.
Miss Lin, what do we have to know about that lab?
There are no security systems installed in the lab, but it holds a great number of gray space entity samples. The samples should either be in stasis or deceased, but we really don't have enough information. Stay vigilant. I have relayed the lab coordinates to you. Make sure you've received them. If there are no further questions, let's head out. This is the entrance to the lab.
Well, this is a secluded place. I'm impressed that Rubilia could find it.
Before Rubilia repurposed it into her lab, it used to be an abandoned factory. I'll take you straight to the testing labs. Stay close, and don't wander off. The lab's primary power has been cut. We'll need to restore the lighting first. The power control console is right over there. This was used as a showroom for data on Phase 1 of Project Listener. Even though the information is already public, you can still take a look around, if you want.
many things did Rubilia hide in here?
The entire Project Listener Phase 1 research is here. We're only seeing a small part of it.
Oh?
Look out!
Better be careful.
It's not over yet.
You didn't say the gray space entities may still be active here.
Maybe a test subject got free. Stay on your toes, and prepare for any surprise attack from gray space entities. The lower labs are right up ahead. Follow me.
This place gives me the chills.
The gray space entities in stasis were key subjects used for Rubilia's research. We may be able to find some clues that I missed previously. There are only some research samples here. The key research data is kept in Rubilia's quarters. Follow me. That small room ahead is Rubilia's living quarters.
Is Dr. Rubilia living there all by herself?
No way! There's no way we can get through so many gray space entities.
She's no mad scientist. There were just things that she had to do. Let's head inside. Maybe we'll find some useful information.
would I tell Archon Larson if I were to go back empty-handed? What is this?
Features do not match. Verification failed.
Move out of the way.
Features do not match. Verification failed. Retrieving alternative data. Features match. Identity verified.
Lynn, Rubilia left this lockbox for you, didn't she? We all saw it.
Rubilia has never mentioned anything about it to me. This lockbox.
It's really well hidden. Wonder what's in there. Now I'm curious.
I'm not sure what's inside. The internal workings of this lockbox are extremely intricate. Opening it by force will likely damage the content inside.
We better take the lockbox back to Miroria first, and see what Archon Larson wants to do with it.
Fine. You keep the lockbox safe, Tianlong. This may be the most valuable find in this investigation of ours.
Fine, fine. At least it's something to tell Archon Larson.
The gray space entity in that stasis chamber is gone!
Be on your guard.
Man, I really don't want to stay here a second longer than I have to.
The facilities have not been maintained for a long time. Other test subjects may have gotten free as well. We should hurry. Saki? How's Ruby?
There's no sign of her waking up yet, but all the numbers show her to be in a stable condition, with no fluctuations. Lynn, did you get what you need?
We've found a lockbox left behind by Rubilia. We are just about to give Archon Larson a report.
Archon Larson is still awaiting updates at Cloud Top. Go. I'll stand guard here. I'll notify you as soon as there's any news on Ruby.
Thanks, Saki. Let's go.
Lynn, is there nothing else you can do with the lockbox Rubilia left behind?
I'm sorry, Archon Larson. Rubilia never said anything about a lockbox to me. It was Tian Long who found the hidden compartment inside by accident.
It'll all be for nothing if we can't find any clues to open this lockbox.
Archon Larson, this lockbox's model was widely used in the Madeline Foundation. Maybe I can attempt to decode it without corrupting the data inside.
Miss Lyra, how confident are you?
Don't worry, Archon Larson. I'll immediately stop whatever I'm doing if something goes wrong, to ensure the data inside remains intact. Miss Lynn?
Please.
The data stored inside doesn't seem to have been fully deciphered.
We went through everything for this?
Miss Lynn, the data inside the lockbox is incomplete. I cannot decode anything more from it.
Only a blurry video clip? Miss Lyra, could some data be corrupted during the decoding process?
No, I assure you, there's nothing I did that would have compromised the data inside. What we saw was the entirety of the data.
Why did Dr. Rubelia leave a piece of meaningless info in a hidden compartment? Tianlong, did you find anything else noteworthy on site?
Unless there are more hidden compartments. But Rubelia doesn't seem like a person who'd bother with it. Right, Lynn?
Sorry, but I don't have anything for you at the moment, Archon Larson. Please excuse me. I'll need some time to think.
We'll call it a day for now. Dr. Clive, you and your team have to decipher and learn what you can from the data retrieved by Lin and Tianlong ASAP.
Yes, sir.
As for the lockbox, I'll ask our technicians to restore the data and hope for the best.
I saw Lynn left alone just now with a solemn face. I didn't dare to call her. Is she in some kind of trouble?
Miss Lyra unlocked the lockbox, and we found a recording left behind by Dr. Rubelia in there. It's blurry and, unfortunately, doesn't shed light on anything. Despite that, we found some lab data on Ruby, but what's in the lockbox must be crucial. That's probably why Lynn is in a bind right now.
Is that so? Then Lynn must have gone to that place.
That place?
Lynn would sometimes stand on the balcony of the oasis to think. After Ruby came, she often took Ruby there too. Ruby always said it's her secret base. After everything that has happened, I'm worried about her, but I have to stay here to watch over Ruby. Can you please check on her for me?
Well, let's go see Miss Lynn for a bit. Even if we can't comfort her, at least we can let her know that we're all there for her.
I just wanted to be alone for a while. Sorry for worrying you. How did you find this place?
Captain Sakifua told us.
It has has a nice view, and it's quiet, unlike in the city.
Did Ruby draw all those things?
It's our little secret base. Ruby loves it here.
Is that Dolly and Spark?
They were best friends. They wouldn't even let me in on their secrets.
So Dolly and Spark must know a lot of Ruby's secrets.
Secrets. Spark. How come it only occurs to me now? It's long been left with me. I'll keep Ruby safe. And I'll find you. Just you wait.
Lynn, you mean Spark can help us decode the info in the lockbox?
Spark is a support unit specially designed by Rubilia. It may contain a controlled runtime or supplementary data related to the lockbox.
What Lynn said was indeed possible. We may have the data, but not a way to read the data. Spark may be the thing we need. Archon Larson, please wait in the infirmary with the rest. I'll take the lockbox there and try to use Spark to decode it.
Fine. Get the lockbox to the infirmary, Lyra.
Lynn, I can't imagine what you're feeling while reading this message. Is Ruby all right? I'm sorry that I lied to you, but you know I had no other choice. Now that I've hit a wall in my research into the gray space entities, I will be going into the confounding abyss. It has what I need to proceed. Maybe I'll solve the mysteries surrounding the gray space entities and take them back to you. Or maybe I'll be gone, just like the Forerunners. Anyway, that's all. Good luck to you. And me too.
So Rubilia went there. What does she intend to do?
Archon Larson, I suggest that we immediately relaunch the exploration of the Confounding Abyss. If Rubilia was really in there, it would be in our best interest to locate her ASAP.
Lynn, do you think Rubilia could have survived in a place like the Confounding Abyss?
I don't know. However, in the message she left, she said there was something she needed inside the Confounding Abyss. She knew very well how treacherous that place was, and I believe she had taken all precautions.
I agree with Miss Lin. Dr. Rubilia's knowledge of the gray space entities far exceeds ours. If we could find her, or at least more of her research data, it would greatly benefit us.
Just a moment, you two. Rubilia left this video clip over 2 years ago. We cannot be sure if she really did go into the Confounding Abyss, or if she is still alive. Even if we are to relaunch the exploration into the Confounding Abyss, it'll take a lot of time to get everything prepared. I trust that no one wants to repeat the same tragedy.
Lyra is right. Before we relaunch the exploration, we better be fully prepared for anything. Lifting the lockdown on Confounding Abyss will take some time. Go and take some rest and relaxation. I'll have Captain Saki Fua contact you when we make progress.
You look like you have something to say.
Miss Lin, what kind of place is that Confounding Abyss that you just talked about?
About that, few people in Meroria know this, but you should have heard about the Second City, right?
We've seen it in the archives.
Well, about 20 years ago, Meroria's exploration teams discovered a gigantic underground space and proposed plans for a third city. Within the following years, after the underground space was discovered, Meroria must have sent hundreds of explorers in different batches to lay the foundation for the project and explore its depths. Everything was going smoothly, then all contact was suddenly lost. No communication, no responses, everything just went dead. The people, the equipment. There's no sign of either. What's more, its terrain seemed to have undergone drastic changes. Nothing obeyed our known laws of physics. It seemed to be a gateway to another world.
So, that's why it's called the Confounding Abyss?
That's right. Also, based on the images sent back by the droids, there are ruins left behind by an unknown civilization on the other side. It has been a closely kept secret within Meroria.
Unknown civilizations? Aliens?
We know nothing about those ruins and who built them, but there are signs of gray space entity activity there. Maybe that has something to do with the disappearance of our survey teams. Still, we have no way of safely investigating the area. That's why Meroria locked down the entrance to the Confounding Abyss. Until now.
Miss Lin, where exactly is the Confounding Abyss?
Now, right beneath our feet and underneath Meroria, lies the pit that is the entrance to the Confounding Abyss.
What? If the Confounding Abyss really is that dangerous, why is Meroria still here?
There's a subgravity field in the region where Meroria is. Scientists couldn't understand what caused it, but the anti-gravity engines which kept Meroria afloat rely on that field to function. Then, when the Confounding Abyss was discovered, they realized the subgravity field was caused by the Abyss's effects on our laws of physics. In other words, the current state of Meroria relies on the delicate balance between the Confounding Abyss and our reality. But that also makes Meroria a prisoner to the Confounding Abyss. The Second City project is underway, but it's far from being able to provide for the denizens of Meroria. This may be why Archon Larson is so concerned about relaunching the exploration operations. If our actions somehow broke the balance between the Confounding Abyss and our reality, the whole city would pay for our failure.
That's truly unbelievable.
As you can see, this is a very risky operation. We better wait for Archon Larson to make the final decision. Executor, Archon Larson invites the both of you to attend the meeting at the headquarters. It's about the Confounding Abyss.
Has Archon Larson decided to relaunch the exploration operations?
Maybe. I'm almost at the headquarters. I'll see you in a bit.
We called everyone here today for the relevant affairs of Rubilia and Confounding Abyss. I have now decided to relaunch exploration of the Confounding Abyss. Since we all know what the Confounding Abyss has in store for us, Miroria cannot turn a blind eye to the risks this may bring. So I will not be investing too much manpower and resources in this project. We will only be organizing a small recon op to learn the current status of the Confounding Abyss, and collect as much intel as possible for further analysis. Also, the primary objective will be to try to locate Dr. Rubilia. Lin, since you started this thing with Rubilia, you should be the one to end it. I will be sending you in with Tian Long.
Understood.
Archon Larson, I want to be part of this operation.
Shirley, this mission is highly dangerous.
I want to unveil the secrets of the gray space entities. Please, allow me to come with you. Count me in. I want to join the operation as well.
If that's so, Lyra, why don't you brief everyone?
The space inside the Confounding Abyss is too unstable to maintain a space rift for long, so the mission squad will be equipped with a mini space rift generator to establish a temporary space rift. However, please beware that this temporary space rift will only allow a single person to travel through at any given time, and will need to be recharged after each use. Additionally, all records show that communication between Miroria and the Confounding Abyss may be prone to heavy interference. Do not be alarmed when this happens.
If there are no further questions, we'll meet up at the entrance to the Confounding Abyss.
Now that we're all here, let's get ready to head out.
Ms. Lyra.
I will lift the lockdown on the entrance to the Confounding Abyss. However, due to safety concerns, once you're through, we'll lock it down again from this side. You will need to establish temporary space rift nodes within the Abyss ASAP. Miroria will try to maintain communication with you and provide feedback based on your real-time data. Is everyone ready? If you encounter anything more than you can handle, contact us immediately. Do not act recklessly.
I will. Let's go.
It's so quiet here.
Stay on your toes and keep moving. Lyra, we've reached the ruins of the Third City. Nothing out of the ordinary so far.
Roger that. Communication signal is stable. That's good news. The entrance to deeper levels lies within the ruins of the city. Lynn, locate the entrance as soon as you can, and establish a space rift once you're inside. The squad's sensor will feed the environmental data to our technicians, and we'll give you the coordinates of a good location to set up a space rift.
What should we do if our communication is down?
We know nothing about what goes on inside the Abyss, so trust your training.
Right! That's a good answer. Thanks.
We'll need to establish at least one temporary space rift for the follow-up operations. Time is of the essence. Let's move out. Lyra, we've reached the entrance to the deeper levels. The squad's status is green across the board. We've yet to encounter any abyssant gray space entities.
Roger that. The deeper levels of the alien ruins are located just below. We haven't detected any abnormal spatial fluctuations. You may enter when ready.
Has the confounding abyss devoured other regions of the city already?
The third city was divided into the upper and lower cities. Where you are now is what used to be the upper city. As for the confounding abyss, it's like a ghost that suddenly appeared between the two areas. An existence that defies all logic. A scout drone once reached the bottom of the confounding abyss and sent back some images before its signal died. The lower city still exists, but it's beyond recognition, as is the terrain. Get ready. You are about to enter the heart of the confounding abyss. It only gets more dangerous inside. Communication with Miroria may be unreliable. Watch each other's backs and be safe. Miroria has lost the squad's signal. How are things on your end?
We are now within the confounding abyss. We have visuals of the alien ruins.
We've detected slight omnium fluctuations around your area. The nature of those fluctuations matches with the signals from your space rift beacons. It's a high possibility that it may be a beacon left behind by Rubilia. You should set up a temporary space rift here as your emergency extraction point.
Understood. We'll look around.
Is that a space rift beacon left behind by Rubilia?
Maybe we can try to reactivate it.
gray space entities are still a bit hostile. But at least they didn't attack me on sight. That means my gray space entity Christomax implant is working.
This is a video message from Rubilia.
Overall, things are going smoothly. I did lose my supply backpack while scaling the cliff. All I have now is half an energy bar in my pocket. I wonder how long it can last me. I have long passed the point of no return. Maybe this is the end of the journey for me.
Lynn, the doctor.
She must have left other clues. Continue your search. Lyra? Can you hear me?
Lynn, go ahead.
We found a space rift node in the video message left behind by Rubilia. We're continuing our search.
Roger that. Communication. Interference is increasing. Keep in touch.
I haven't eaten nor had any water for 3 days. However, dehydration is not affecting me much, and the feeling of thirst is declining. I think the Christomax implant is changing me. I can feel there's special energy within the space that is slowly being absorbed by me. This feeling is becoming more and more tangible. I believe this special energy matter is what sustains the gray space entities. They are unlike us humans. They don't need to turn food into energy. Now, very few gray space entities take note of me, and they are no longer hostile at all. Maybe to them, I'm just a deformed gray space entity. I had a strange dream last night. I cannot recall the dream exactly, but I remember the voice I heard in the dream. I can still hear it, even after I woke up. It's something deep, low, and slow. Not unlike the whale songs in the ocean. But I don't know whether it's in my head playing tricks on me, or is it something real? The Christomax implant may be affecting my central nervous system. I am slowly losing control of myself. I'm running out of time.
The Christomax implant is slowly turning the doctor into a gray space entity.
I hope she knew what she was doing.
In my head still lingers. It's there, calling. I just can't answer it. I've tried to get close to that alien room, but every time I do, nearby gray space entities get restless, like they are able to sense an infiltrator. But I can't figure out who it is. But I'm not sure how much camouflage my alteration gives me. So I'm hesitant to try to reach the ruins again. I need time to change into them.
Lyra? Lyra? Communication is cut off.
Yeah, I can also feel the atmosphere becoming tense around here. Should we keep moving, or wait until the communication is restored?
It's highly unstable here. We better not dawdle. Let's keep moving.
Whatever you say.
I tried to reach the gate to the ruins last night. Those horrific things surrounded me. They looked dumbfounded, but not hostile. I wonder if that means they've accepted me into them. The burning sensation caused by my implant is gone. Any sensations on my skin are becoming dull. My central nervous system is losing functionality, replaced by a kind of indescribable sensation. The voice in my head is becoming clear, but sharp, and I'm finding it hard to focus my mind on thinking. It's definitely not good news to me. Before the voice in my head completely devours me, what more can I do? Maybe it's time to open that gate. I have a feeling that the answer I seek lies behind that gate. There are no second chances for me now. I, Rubilia, a human, will embrace my own end there. Haranobu, Lynn, Ruby, I can only hope that I didn't disappoint you.
Our objective must lie within.
Lynn, do we just go in like this?
You're scared?
No. It just feels... strange.
Strong Abyssin signal detected!
This enemy... is it Rubilia?
It's Rubilia's body. What did she do to herself?
We've detected large numbers of gray space entities converging on your location. Evacuate stat!
Understood.
The capacity of the space rift is limited. We'll need to go through it in pairs.
Tianlong, take her back.
Yeah, be careful.
Are you hurt? I'm fine. Don't worry. That's good to hear. Lin and Tianlong were recalled to headquarters already, and we just received news that Ruby came too.
Ruby's awake?
Right. Miss Lin said Ruby waking up might have something to do with us rescuing Dr. Rubilia. We better check on her, since you don't have anything to do at the moment.
I remember, in my dreams, there's a red eye in the sky.
A red eye?
The eye stared at us. I was so scared, so I ran away with Spark. I followed Spark and ran. But then Spark disappeared. I was all alone. Night fell and then... I don't remember what happened. All I remember is that it was dark and cold. Don't be afraid, Ruby. We're here with you.
You're back, Executor.
Miss Lin, how is Ruby?
Lyra said that Ruby woke up from a nightmare, but before she did, she mumbled the name Innis.
Inners?
Innis was the name of the second city built by Meroria to house its increasing population. It's located northwest of Meroria and extends all the way from an underground cave to the bottom of the sea. But Ruby has never been to that underwater city. I don't know how she knew about it. Besides, Ruby is yet to be able to accurately debrief us on what she saw in her dream. She does not even remember ever mentioning the name Innis. I mean, she was just woken up and is not completely stable. I plan to let her rest for a few days. Let's go check on Rubilia first. She's in another lab, under Archon Larson's watch.
Lin, are you going away again?
We'll be back soon. I promise.
The doctor's brain activity remains at a low level. We've attempted to apply different amounts of weak electrical stimulation without success. Dr. Clive suggests that we transfer Dr. Abilia to the listener testing ground for in-depth studies, but I feel that's...
We cannot treat Rubilia as one of them. We'll discuss this later. Tianlong, did you say Dr. Rubilia was found inside an abyssant?
More accurately, it's from inside the abyssant's brain. I'm not sure whether the abyssant evolved from Rubilia, or if she shared a kind of symbiotic relationship with it. The Crystamax implant caused changes in her, which made common low-level gray space entities see her as one of them. However, we have no way of knowing if this also works on higher-level abyssants and what the end stage of this evolution would be.
Sadly, the Doctor is unable to communicate with us. But judging by Ruby's dreams, and how she mentioned Ines, the Doctor must have important things to tell us.
Ruby said she saw a glowing red eye in her dreams. I wonder if she's talking about that alien ruin in the abyss. It does resemble an eye at a glance.
But Ruby has never been to the confounding abyss and seen the ruins.
Maybe Ruby and Rubilia share a special bond that links their senses or consciousness. Ruby's dream may be a projection of Rubilia's dreams.
I agree with Lynn. It also matches the data we found in the lab. The gray space entities share a hive consciousness. Rubilia and Ruby, and even that puppet singer, are all part of the same colony.
Right, that makes sense. The message Rubilia left in the abyss also clearly states that she's been affected by the voices in her head. That voice may come from a higher class abyssant. But these are all hypotheses. We'll have to wait for Dr. Rubilia to regain her consciousness to be sure. Before that, she could only relay information to us via her shared consciousness with Ruby.
Everyone, everything that has happened today is on a need-to-know basis. We cannot reveal Dr. Rubilia and Ruby's identities to the denizens of Meroria. Lyra, you and Dr. Clive must find a way to wake Dr. Rubilia up ASAP. In the meantime, the facility must remain secure. And about Ruby. Lynn, you'll be responsible for her. Please take care of her.
Yes, sir.
As for Ines, we still don't know what Rubilia was trying to say. But if she has really become a part of Abyssant's hive consciousness, then she holds much information that is vital to us. I will have Ines's security level raised. Even though there is currently no gray space entity activity there, Meroria must still be prepared.
Is something bothering you, Shirley?
Miss Lynn has been filling me in on exactly what's going on with Dr. Rubilia these past few days. It looks like Miss Lyra and her colleagues might have found a way to rouse the doctor. Her neural activity is increasing every day. But we're all a bit worried about what form exactly our reunion will take when the good doctor wakes. These concerns have prompted Archon Larson to transfer the doctor to the Silver Coast Research Station. What do you think? Do you think Dr. Rubilia will be back to her old self? Or something other than human?
I don't think the process has stripped Dr. Rubilia of her human capacity for reason and thinking. Her actions seem to have a clear purpose. Like how she sent a message to Lynn using the puppet singer. Or how she made contact with Ruby in a dream to try to transmit a message to Meroria. And when she bravely ventured alone into the abyss, she also left us with invaluable visual records in her lab and along the way. I think she must have prepared for the possibility that those who might come after her, like us, would need guidance. She must know what she's doing.
Think of the sacrifices she's made to understand these gray space entities, and how horrible it must be to keep at arm's length. treated as something potentially dangerous and inhuman, I can't help feeling that we have not done right by her. It's a tough situation, but when she made these decisions, she must have had an inkling of what might happen. I just hope everything she's done will turn out worthwhile in the end.
Executor, Miss Shirley, apologies for the intrusion.
What is it, Lyra?
I just picked up a message from the Silver Coast Research Station. Dr. Rubilia has awoken and revealed some very important information for all of us. Lynn is already on her way there, and I wanted to ask you to come with me to help assess the situation.
Understood. We'll leave at once.
The doctor was only able to rouse herself briefly, which allowed for a short interaction with us. Then she returned to her isolation pod. She released some kind of black fog that has obscured all our attempts to observe what's going on inside the pod. Subsequent attempts at communication have met with no reply.
I see. And so what did she tell you?
She said that large numbers of gray space entities have been summoned by the Hive Mother and are heading for the deep ocean near Innis, where there are some things they are very interested in.
What's this Hive Mother? A gray space entity that's higher up the chain of command?
I'm afraid a definitive answer may require the doctor's input. Our main concern right now lies in Innis. The doctor has already warned us numerous times that the Second City is in extreme danger. That is, if we are to trust her words. Archon Larson has already put patrols near Innis on high alert, but recently we haven't received any reports of a gray space entity intrusion, which is perhaps even more disconcerting than if we had. It's possible the gray space entities have found a way to cloak their arrival via an as-yet undetected method. My next question would be, what exactly is attracting them to the area? Director Ava, did Rubilia say anything more detailed in regard to Innis?
No, and I'm afraid she did not appear to be in the best state of mind. She claimed to be suffering under the effects of the Hive Mother's will, and that she was not able to interact much at all with us as a result. Moreover, she soon disappeared back into the black fog I mentioned. Stasis chamber data anomaly. Miss Lynn, the doctor's...
I can hear you.
Rubilia.
But the Hive Mother can hear you too.
Where is the Hive Mother?
In my head, whatever I see, whatever I hear, she hears and sees. And I can't escape her, even in this pod.
She can sense your surroundings somehow? Using your eyes?
Any gray space entity can become the eyes and ears of the Hive Mother if she so chooses. Nor can I do anything to resist her will. I know that when she looks at me, she can see whatever I see. Right now, when the bulk of her attention is still focused on the Innis artifact under the sea, I can maybe conceal a little bit of what I'm thinking from her. But I'm not sure how long that will last.
What is this artifact under the sea that Innis possesses?
I don't know. I can't fully comprehend the will of the Hive Mother. All I know is she's calling me. and the call is getting stronger and stronger. She needs all of her millions of children to go and release her.
Release her?
The Hive Mother herself is currently imprisoned within a cage of black stone. But the power of the cage is gradually weakening. And when finally that cage is broken, the Hive Mother will re-emerge fully into our world.
A cage of black stone? Could it be deep under the sea at Innis?
I can't get any kind of accurate sense of the Hive Mother's current location. Perhaps there is a pocket of abnormal space, like the confounding abyss near Innis.
It's difficult to imagine what kind of person could have the power to cage the Hive Mother. But I suspect the Blackstone ruins left in the confounding abyss may be their handiwork as well.
I don't know much about that. I have no access to the minds of those powerful abyssins. But as for the inferior, younger gray space entities, they do not have the ancient memories of the Hive Mother, nor seek to continue her ancient grievances. I'm still trying to establish closer contact with them, and some kind of rapport. But I feel like the closer I get, the less human I become. I just don't know if I can. If I can.
Rubilia?
The stasis chamber's readout has returned to normal. Her consciousness is fading.
Listen carefully. She is keeping a close eye on me. I have to retreat back into the fog. She can use all my senses for her own purposes. Only the fog blocks her vision. Innis, you have to stop her.
If what the doctor just said is true, then I'm afraid the entire region may not be the friendly human habitat we imagined. I will inform Hykros headquarters of what has transpired here and request urgent reinforcements. We will have to prepare for the worst.
It doesn't look like the doctor is capable of many conversations in her present state, Archon Larson. But she must know even more than what she's managed to reveal.
Yes. We'll have to see whether we can minimize or cut off the Hive Mother's influence. It might help to stabilize her. Lyra, can I leave that to you? Dr. Clive will provide all the necessary resources.
Yes, sir.
For the time being, Dr. Rubilia will have to remain confined within her pod. We can't risk bringing her back to Meroria at this stage. Director Eva, an executor team led by Captain Merrill will help you shore up the research station's defenses.
Yes, sir.
As for Inners, Lynn, can you organize a team to investigate? And if necessary, we may need to stagger an evacuation of Inners' population to Meroria.
Understood.
Time is against us. I suggest using the long-range space rift located within the station to reach Innis directly.
And as for Rubilia, she's in your hands.
Don't worry, Miss Lynn. We'll look after her.
Very well. Executor, Shirley, let's go.